Have you ever wondered what an ant would do if she suddenly came into a little bit of money? Well, let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, there was a hard-working little ant. One day, while sweeping her tiny house, she found 3 shiny coins. She was overjoyed and immediately started thinking, "What should I buy? What should I buy?" Her mind raced. "Should I buy some meat?" she thought. No, no, meat has bones, and I might choke. Then she considered fish. Fish has bones too, she decided, and I could get scratched. She thought about all sorts of things, but nothing seemed quite right. Finally, she had a brilliant idea. "I'll buy a beautiful red ribbon." So she went to the market and bought the most vibrant red ribbon she could find. She tied it around her tiny waist, and feeling very fancy, she sat by her window to show it off. Soon a big, strong ox ambled by. He saw the aunt with her new ribbon and bellowed, "My, how pretty you are! Will you marry me and be my wife?" The aunt, being very practical, replied, "First, sing for me so I can hear your voice." The ox, full of pride, let out a tremendous, booming moo. The ground practically shook. The aunt covered her ears and cried, "No, no, your voice is much too loud. You frighten me." And the ox went on his way. A little while later, a friendly dog trotted past. He too was charmed by the ant in her red ribbon. "How lovely you are," he barked. "Will you be my husband?" Again, the aunt said, "Let me hear you sing." The dog wagged his tail and let out a series of loud, enthusiastic barks. "Woof, woof, woof." The aunt shook her head. "Oh dear," she said, "that's a bit too rough for my ears. I'm afraid not." Many other animals passed by, each trying to win her heart, but none had a voice that she liked. Just as she was about to give up, a tiny little mouse scurried by. He stopped and looked up at her with his beady eyes. "Oh, how pretty you are," he squeaked. "Would you possibly want me for a husband?" The aunt, now quite experienced in these matters, simply said, "Let me hear you sing." The little mouse cleared his throat and sang a soft, sweet little song, "Pie, pie, pie." His voice was gentle and delicate, just like her. The ant's heart melted. It was the loveliest sound she had ever heard. "Yes," she exclaimed, "yes, I will marry you." And so the aunt and the mouse got married. They were very happy. The following Sunday, the aunt invited all her friends over for a big dinner to celebrate. While she was chatting with her guests, the mouse, her dear husband, said, "My sweet little Aunt Il, just pop into the kitchen to check on the pot of meat you have cooking on the fire." He went into the kitchen, and the delicious smell of the stew filled his nostrils. He just couldn't resist. He dipped a paw into the pot, but the stew was scalding hot, and he burned it. "Ouch," he squeaked, but the smell was too tempting. He tried with his other paw and burned that one too. Still not learning his lesson, he leaned over the pot to get a better sniff, stuck his nose right in, and whoosh! The steam pulled him right into the boiling pot, and the poor little mouse was cooked along with the dinner. Meanwhile, the aunt waited for her husband to join the party. She waited and waited. 1 hour passed, then 2, then 3. But the mouse never came back. Finally, unable to wait any longer, she decided to serve the food. She went to the kitchen, put the big pot on the table, and lifted the lid to serve the meat. But what did she find inside? When the aunt saw her beloved husband, she burst into tears. All her friends gathered around and cried with her, and so the little ant became a widow, all because her mouse, like many mice, couldn't overcome his gluttony. And if you don't believe this story is true, they say you can go to her little house, and you'll still find her there weeping for her lost love. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories.